Hi guys, I'm Komal Borasha and welcome to my channel. So I had posted recently on my Instagram asking you guys what you'd like to see, and a lot of them had requested for this ombre cake. So I'm super stoked to be sharing this recipe with you, where I'll be using my basic vanilla sponge cake and escalating this into a super fun ombre cake. So guys, let's begin. So I have put my oven to preheat. I have put around 180 degrees Celsius for around 10 minutes. Depending on your oven, you can take a call. So first we're going to start with the dry ingredients. Let's start with putting the maida first, or all-purpose flour. The description of all my ingredients will be given down below, so don't forget to check it out. There goes in my baking powder and baking soda. And with the help of my spoon, I'm going to sift everything together. This is a very important step, especially when you're making an eggless cake, because if you're going to pass all the dry ingredients through a sieve, it is going to cut off all the lumps that it has, and it brings in a lot of air, so it makes your cake super fluffy. After this, let's start with 1 cup of milk, and in that I'm going to add my vinegar. So what happens is this is going to cuddle up, and it is going to make our cake really soft and spongy, and this is the best substitute for egg. So in another bowl, I'm going to start preparing my wet ingredients, and in that we're going to start with first a softened butter. Always make sure your butter is going to be soft, because if you're going to have your hard butter, it is going to be very hard to emulsify everything together. Now I have added some vegetable oil. Any vegetable oil would do, which doesn't have strong essence or flavor. And added some caster sugar. It's always great to use caster sugar in your cake, as it is super fine and it can be easily blended with your mixture. So with the help of an electric beater or a whisk, I'm going to beat this on a very high speed, so everything comes together, and especially the sugar and the butter sort of emulsifies together. After 2 or 3 minutes, I'm going to start adding the Milkmaid. I've taken around 3/4 cup of Milkmaid, or if you calculate in your tablespoon, it is going to be around 12 tablespoons. I'm going to add this in. And again, with the help of an electric beater, I'm going to start beating this on a high speed for around 4 to 5 minutes till everything becomes super pale and fluffy. And once that is done, I'm going to add my dry ingredients, but make sure it is in batches, guys. So don't add everything together. Make sure you divide the portion into half, so there are no chances to create lumps. And time to add the other half. And now, since it is going to be super tough for us to mix, I'm going to have my milk mixture that we had created, and we're going to drop this in. So this is done, and now we're going to divide the batter into 3 equal portions. You can weigh it equally to be like perfectly correct, or even you can just eyeball it. Like I said, I'm just going to eyeball it at the moment, just taking in 2 or 3 big bowls and equally dividing the batter. So with the help of a spoon, I'm just transferring them into these bowls, and you see the consistency, guys. It should be exactly like this. Make sure it is not too thick. So for this one, I'm going to add in my Hershey's chocolate syrup, the one that we generally get it outside in any of your local stores. So this is going to give us a light brown color. And for the next layer, I've taken 2 tablespoons of Hershey's cocoa powder, which is unsweetened powder, with 2 tablespoons of boiling water. And I'm going to nicely mix this in till there are no lumps. So this is going to give us a really super dark and a bold chocolate color in your cake. So our batter is ready, guys. You see there is vanilla, there is light brown and there is dark brown. I'm transferring these into a piping bag, so it is super easy for us to assemble all these 3 layers in a very distinctive manner. And if you don't have this piping bag, it is completely fine, guys. You can use it with the help of your spoon, and likewise for the rest of the 2. So the batter is ready, guys. So it's the time for us to prepare the baking tin. What I'm going to do is I'm just going to coat this or grease it with the butter. So I'm going to take a parchment paper, or otherwise if you don't have a parchment paper, then you can obviously dust it with flour. Okay, for the second layer, guys, make sure you do it with very soft hand and drizzle it very slowly, because then it will start sinking in with the first batter and there won't be any distinctive layers. And with the help of a spoon, I'm just going to level the cake and make sure it is gone through every corner and it is equally set. And the same with the vanilla batter. Again, with really soft hands, I'm going to go around, drizzle it very slowly. Our cake is ready, guys. I'm going to put this in the oven at 180 degrees Celsius for around 30 to 35 minutes or until it is done. And our cake is ready, guys. You see how beautiful this looks. So we're going to keep this to cool down completely, and I'm going to use a damp cloth to keep it on top of it so the moisture stays content and doesn't dry up. I'm just going to loosen up the edges. And our ombre tea cake is ready, guys. It is a perfect after school snack for kids and tastes best without any icing. They may look a little challenging when you're making it for the first time, but it's one of the most simplest recipe once you understand the concept of making this cake. Do try the recipe out and take a picture, and don't forget to tag me at Cookbook by Komal. And especially when Diwali is around the corner, I've got a lot of recipes lined up for you guys. So I hope you enjoyed watching this video. Until next time, bye!